Long ago, in the lush forests of Cambodia, there lived three baby birds in three nests on a branch: a peacock, a blackbird, and a heron. One day, three forest rangers set out with a mission: to capture a magnificent peacock for their king. They searched all day, but their efforts were in vain. As evening fell and they headed home, disappointed, they stumbled upon the three baby birds, each nestled soundly in its home. An idea sparked. They decided to take one bird each, raise them, and present them to the king as a special gift. The ranger who chose the baby peacock was determined to make it the most dazzling performer. He spent countless hours teaching it to dance, to bow gracefully, and even to sing. The peacock, though not naturally gifted, was persistent. It struggled and practiced day in and day out until it could finally dance and sing just as its owner commanded, its colorful feathers shimmering with every move. Meanwhile, the second ranger, who had taken the little black bird, had a different goal. He wanted to teach it the most incredible skill of all, to speak human language. Like the peacock, the blackbird found it difficult, but it was a diligent student. It listened intently, mimicking the sounds and words, until one day it could form sentences and speak clearly, a true marvel to anyone who heard it. The third ranger, who had the baby heron, also tried to train his bird. He wanted it to perform tricks and obey his every command, but the heron was different. It was a wise and far-sighted bird. It looked at the peacock and the blackbird, and it thought to itself, "If I learn to dance and speak like them, my master will surely keep me in a cage for the rest of my life, merely as a spectacle. My freedom is more precious than any applause." With this profound realization, the heron decided it would not cooperate. Whenever the ranger tried to teach it, the heron would simply ignore him. If the ranger became forceful, the heron would let out a single, sharp, defiant cry. Finally, the day came for the three rangers to present their birds to the king. The royal court was assembled, and the king looked on with great curiosity. The ranger with the peacock stepped forward first. "Your Majesty," he announced proudly, "this peacock is no ordinary bird. It can dance, sing, and pay its respects to you." As the ranger made music with his mouth, the peacock began a beautiful, rehearsed dance, fanning its tail and bowing low before the throne. The king was absolutely delighted. "Wonderful!" he exclaimed. "Keep this talented creature nearby, so I may enjoy its performance." He ordered his soldiers to tie the peacock to a post near his throne. Next came the ranger with the black bird. "And what of your bird?" the king asked. The ranger bowed. "Your Majesty, this black bird possesses the gift of speech." He then prompted the bird, which chirped, "Greetings to the great king." The court gasped in amazement. The king, equally impressed, smiled widely. "Incredible! A talking bird. Tie it next to the peacock. I wish to converse with it later." Finally, it was the heron's keeper's turn. He approached the throne with a look of disappointment. "Your Majesty," he began, "I must apologize. This heron is the most stubborn and foolish animal I have ever encountered. No matter how much I have tried to teach it, it has learned nothing. All it does is scream." As if on cue, the heron let out its loud, piercing cry. The king's pleasant mood soured instantly. He frowned, his voice booming with annoyance. "What use is a stupid bird that only makes noise? It offends my ears. Soldiers, take this useless creature and release it far away from the palace. I do not want to see it again." The soldiers obeyed, and the heron was set free. It soared into the sky, its wings catching the wind. But instead of flying away, it circled and landed on the highest point of the temple roof, overlooking the entire court. Then, to everyone's utter shock, the heron spoke in a clear, resonant human voice, reciting a verse for all to hear. "O king, true wisdom is not always what it seems. I chose not to speak, not from foolishness, but to gain my freedom from bondage. Behold the peacock and the black bird. Their great knowledge has become their cage. I am the one who is truly wise, for I am free." A hush fell over the court. The king stared up at the heron, his anger replaced by awe and understanding. "You are indeed a wise creature," the king proclaimed, his voice filled with respect. The heron, having made its point, gave a final cry not of defiance. but of triumph, and flew away towards the horizon, a free bird. The king then turned his gaze to the peacock and the black bird, who were tied to their posts, their heads hung low, their faces a picture of sorrow. A wave of compassion washed over the king. He saw the truth in the Huron's words. He turned to his guards and commanded, "Release them. Let them be free." And so the two birds, once celebrated for their talents, were finally unchained, thanks to the wisdom of the Huron who chose freedom over fame.